Cycles can be canceled if we don't have those consents. You're going to pick up your medications on the first day of cycle monitoring and check your inventory regularly so that you don't get caught. Progesterone, is a 10 ml vial, but you're not going to get 10 doses out of it. So you need to do a little math there. Payment should be done at the beginning of the cycle, and you should book a follow-up with your physician once you know when your transfer is. For ERA biopsies, we will actually contact you and let you know, because in most cases it doesn't require an appointment, because we're simply going to make a shift at the time that you have your actual transfer. So that's important. So we're just going to take a few minutes and kind of look through the portal. So if you go to the Markham Fertility website, it will bring you to this first page. And there's a green EIVF logo up in the corner, which you can, if you click on that, it'll bring you to that page where it says sign in. There's some information about the app, and I will say the app is not the greatest, and certainly if you're on an iPhone, it's really not the greatest. So there will be things that you cannot see. If you're going to use your phone, definitely do it through a web browser and not the app. Okay, so your team will send you a username and password. The document is password protected, and information about that would be in the email. Once you open it up, you will transfer the username that we've given you and the password we've given you from the document. Okay. And then once you get in there, you're going to change the password to something specific for you, and you're going to make note of it so you can get in there in a month or two. This is what your home page is going to look like. So along that navigation bar where you see the number 1, home, flow sheet, history, documents, and messages. So we'll talk about those individually. Underneath where it says go to my schedule. So if you go to your messages, that tells you your next steps. The schedule tells you the time when you're coming back. So that's always going to be a 2-step process. Reminders to information. If there's things missing, you'll find reminders there. And then the pink bar, number 5, is day 1 of the period. This is where you're going to report your day 1 for your cycle, your treatment cycle. So you click on that and a calendar will appear. You will choose your day 1 of the current cycle that you're booking for. And once you've done that, a little message will show up right below it, and it's very small if it's on your phone, but it'll say you picked, or you indicated, September 23rd as your day 1. So you can verify that. So what is day 1? The burning question. So full flow before 2 p.m. is your day 1. So if you have no appointment before 3 p.m., you just show up the next day for blood and ultrasound at 8:20. You can check with your coordinator before you go over to do blood and ultrasound, and we can slot you in. This is the only scenario where you can come here without an appointment, pretty much. This is only going to apply to you if you're doing a gonadotropin ERA FET cycle, because it's the only one of these protocols that requires you to come in day 2 or day 3. So if you're doing a natural cycle, you're not going to start your monitoring till at least day 6. And medicated, your lining check's going to be, further than that. So report your day 1 in the portal, and you should receive confirmation of your cycle and further instructions within a couple days. So I'm just going to reiterate, the only real scenario where you need immediate response or the same day response is that medicated with gonadotropins. Okay. This is typical flow sheet. This is an IVF cycle, so you're going to see lots of follicles potentially. In an ERA FET cycle, we don't expect to see follicles. It's not the purpose. So SD, I'm not sure what that stands for, but that is your cycle day. LF, left follicles. RF, right follicles. Endo is your lining thickness in centimeters. Triple line is the appearance we're looking for. E2, estradiol, LH, luteinizing hormone. Okay. And then medications would be listed, but you really should be taking your instructions from your messages. So along the top, still the documents, you can see that the documents are listed here. Like you click on, say you hit patient instructions, these are consent forms, and these are all the different consent forms. Then you have to click on the individual one that you want to see. So if it's a trigger, you know, it would say trigger, and you would look in there and there would be a lot more information that we can put in the message. What is considered a good lining thickness? And lining thickness varies from patient to patient depending on what your history is, and your doctor will decide that, and they can look at previous cycles and sort of see where you range. Sometimes it's almost more important what the lining looks like. So can we get that triple line appearance? Usually they're good between 7 and 8 centimeters. Okay, so we're just moving the decimal point. So 0.7 centimeters or 7 millimeters. So 0.7, 0.75, 0.8, those are all good. Sometimes they would transfer on 0.68. We have had patients that their linings just never get very thick, and, you know, trying different things, and we have still transferred and got pregnancies. So, you know, again, there is a reference to this, and your doctor's going to be the one that decides that. So somebody's asking if the recording can be sent to us. You can check with your coordinator to do that. They could send you a recording of this, but you will get a copy if you still want it. I mean, they will send you the slide deck as well. For sure. That'll be part of the information you'll get. So this is just an example of the web correspondence. Again, this one is more to reflect a egg retrieval, but it will say in there, you know, in a natural cycle, it's mostly returned on September 29th for E2LH. So that would be your correspondence message. And then you have to go to your schedule to find the time. 2 steps. If you're coming back for something, it's 2 steps. Or maybe it says, you know, go to your documents. So remember, you're going to go to the documents tab beside the messages and open that up. And then you have to search through that for your document there. If you're not sure, you can always ask your coordinator. It takes a little bit of getting used to. So I kind of suggest that you